The Woman in the Black Veil horror story. It was close to midnight when Ethan drove home along an abandoned country road after working a late shift. Thick fog drifted over the pavement, and the only sound was the steady hum of his car engine. As his headlights pierced the darkness, he noticed a woman standing alone on the roadside. She wore a long black dress and a black veil that completely covered her face. She didn't wave or ask for help, she simply stood perfectly still. Ethan slowed down. "Are you okay?" he called through the open window. The woman slowly lifted one hand and pointed toward the forest without saying a single word. A chill ran down Ethan's spine. The disappearance, confused, Ethan glanced toward the trees for only a second. When he looked back, the woman had vanished. There were no footsteps, no sound, no movement. Only empty road and rolling fog. His heart pounded as he searched the roadside with his flashlight. Nothing. Trying to convince himself it was exhaustion, Ethan drove away. But in his rearview mirror, he saw the same black-veiled woman standing in the middle of the road, silently watching him disappear into the darkness. The next morning, Ethan visited the small diner closest to Blackwood Road. He described the mysterious woman to the elderly owner. The old man's smile disappeared. "You saw the woman in the black veil," he whispered. He explained that over 50 years earlier, a young bride disappeared in the Blackwood forest on the night before her wedding. Search teams never found her body. Soon afterward, travelers began reporting sightings of a silent woman dressed entirely in black. Some ignored her warning. None of them were ever seen again. The old man looked directly into Ethan's eyes. "If she points toward the forest, never follow." The whispering forest. That evening, Ethan couldn't stop thinking about the story. Determined to uncover the truth, he returned to Blackwood Road. The same woman stood in the exact same place. Again, she silently pointed toward the forest. This time, Ethan followed. The deeper he walked, the colder the air became. The forest was unnaturally silent. "Leave ... go back ... don't look behind you ... Every whisper sounded closer than the last. Then one voice quietly spoke his name. "Ethan ... His blood froze. Behind the black veil. Slowly, Ethan turned around. The woman in the black veil stood only a few feet away. She lifted her hands and slowly pulled back the veil. There was no face. Only an endless void filled with countless glowing white eyes staring directly at him. The whispers became deafening. Only an endless void filled with countless glowing white eyes staring directly at him. The whispers became deafening. You ignored the warning. Dark shadows stretched across the ground like living creatures. The trees seemed to bend inward as though the forest itself had awakened. Ethan screamed and ran. Behind him came slow footsteps. Steady, patient. Always the same distance away. The last visitor. Ethan reached his car and sped home without looking back. He locked every door and every window. By midnight, he finally convinced himself he was safe. Then his phone vibrated. His home security camera had detected movement. He opened the live video. Standing silently on his front porch was the woman in the black veil. She slowly lifted one hand. This time, she wasn't pointing toward the forest. She was pointing directly at the front door. The lights throughout the house suddenly went out. A loud knock echoed through the darkness. 3 slow knocks. When police arrived the next morning, the house was empty. The doors were still locked from the inside. There were no signs of a struggle. Only a single black veil lay on the floor near the entrance. Since that night, lonely drivers traveling along Blackwood Road have reported seeing 2 silent figures standing in the fog. One is the mysterious woman in the black veil. The other is a man wearing Ethan Harper's clothes, silently pointing travelers toward the forest.